Alo Snacks, and welcome to Pepper's Web. I still have to find an intro for myself. How's everyone doing? Welcome to Ranni Runs Half-Life 2. Today we're going to finish Half-Life 2, maybe start episode 1. We'll see how much time we have. How you doing, Andre? I see you in the chat. What's up? Today is Friday, and tomorrow is Saturday. That's right. Let's jump in. Like, we've seen the title screen change throughout the game. I like that it's now just on Ruin City 17. So, as a reminder, the thing that happened right before we ended stream last time was we ran into Barney in the Ruins of City 17, and he gave us our pitch for the next big set piece, which is, oh, there's this, like, old bank or museum or something that has a combine suppression device, which is like artillery on it, that we have to go take out. So let's go do that. I forget which way I came from. Okay. Yes, this is right. That's the suppression device right there.
I'd like to take a moment to address you directly, Dr. Freeman.
Ooh, Dr. Breen speech.
Yes.
This is relevant.
To you, the so-called one free man. I have a question for you. How could you have thrown it all away? It staggers the mind. A man of science with the ability to sway reactionary and fearful minds toward the truth, choosing instead to embark on a path of ignorance and decay. Make no mistake, Dr. Freeman. This is not a scientific revolution you've sparked. This is death and finality. You have plunged humanity into free fall. Even if you offered your surrender now, I cannot guarantee that our benefactors would accept it.
Hello, Dr. Freeman.
I fear they have begun to look upon even me with suspicion. So much for serving as humanity's representative. Help me win back their trust, Dr. Freeman. Surrender while you still can. Help ensure that humanity's trust in you is not misguided. Do what is right, Dr. Freeman. Serve mankind.
We've been spotted.
There's no way to make that not happen. That's the suppression device.
Tell me now. We'll have to come back here after we get it open. If we get it open. First, we gotta get into the Nexus building. You're not gonna hurt that thing from down here, Gordon. We're gonna get it down from inside.
Sorry, Doc.
I'd like to take a moment to address
Oh shit, that just straight up killed one of our squad.
the so-called... Get out of the way! How could you have thrown it all away? It staggers me. A man of science with the ability to sway reactionary and fearful minds toward the truth, choosing instead to embark on a path of ignorance.
Another one of our squad just dead.
This is not a...
How you doing, Andre? It's good to see you here.
Help me win back their trust, Dr. Freeman. Surrender while you... Do what is right. Serve.
Normally they don't shoot the prisoners like that. I wonder if the AI bugged up a little bit.
Prisoners, let them out, Gordon. We could use their help.
So what's the first mission? We are storming this building to take out a weapon on top of it. Do I know how to get there? Yep. We just have to... Oh, we have to go on top of this... into this building to get on top of it. Also, is the audio filter on? Let me check. It is not on. Now it is. That should be a lot better when I try to talk while fighting.
Remember to turn the volume all the way up if you do that.
Oh, yes. Thank you. Everyone, let me know how this is.
Yes, I'm talking to you, the so-called one free man. I have a question for you. How could you have thrown it all away?
So, here we are.
Hi, Jay Hill. Welcome to the stream.
Choosing to get to embark on a path of ignorance and decay. Make no mistake.
How you doing? How am I today? I'm alright. I have a lot of energy, actually.
Sorry, Freeman.
And I'm happy to be finishing up Half-Life 2. So this is a mechanic that is active during this set piece. You're doing fine, puts on crown. Alright, so you see these lasers, and you see that...
Oh, turrets. Yeah. Hey, you've got the HEV suit. You deal with them. Then I'll work the security console.
You didn't have to explain what it was before I could. That's a turret. So what we gotta do is... That's how you take care of them. You need grenades for it. Which is why there's a grenade thing right here. No, I'm not finishing episode 1. So there is Half-Life 2, and then after that, there is episode 1, and then episode 2. Episode 1 and 2 come after Half-Life 2. It's weird.
Uh-oh, drop ships. They'll be coming from the roof. If we want to get through these shields, we'll have to take out the generators one at a time.
Oh, I still have more games to complete. Oh, I see. That's why you were confused. That makes sense, Jay Hill. Oh, damn it. Shit. Oh. Shit. That's not good. I'm probably gonna die this time. Nope, 1 HP. So yeah, I wanted to go on a bit more last time, and then I saw that this set piece was immediately next, and I was like, oh god, that's so long. I don't want to commit to all of that right now. Okay, yeah, I could have probably predicted that would happen. Shit.
They'll be coming from the roof. If we want to get through these shields, we'll have to take out the generators one at a time.
Motherfucker. Does it hurt really bad when you get shot? Yep. Okay. That's actually how you're supposed to do it. You're supposed to get out of their field of vision, which I wasn't doing. Oh, they came from that side. Whoops. I haven't really shown this before, but when you get really low HP, enemies will sometimes drop a little bit of health. cakewalked through most of the game, but then the end actually gets kind of hard. Hi, Dogtooth. Welcome to the stream.
Hey, let us out of here!
Freeman, you're not leaving without me. This'll do nicely.
I'm doing okay, Dogtooth. How are you doing?
Here, take this med kit.
You haven't been to one of my Half-Life streams before, have you? At least I don't think you have.
Fantastic.
Okay, so we have these two bridges. But we also... Guys, come on. We also have this room here with a generator in it. Whenever you see a generator like this, you know you gotta do that.
Okay, 2 more generators to go.
Pardon me.
Dogtooth, have you seen Half-Life before, or is this your first time seeing it?
Where we're headed.
Also, now that we have some folks here, I want to talk about, like, an article, and not just an article, there was, like, other parts of it also, that came up when I was searching for a thumbnail for this stream, which is people talking about Dr. Breen having a point, actually. Very funny. I hate the way having a squad means you sometimes get boxed in like that. It's like, Breen, I think, is an interesting character, and people take, like, oh, he's interesting, and written kind of realistically, that must mean he's right. And it's like, oh, no. Isn't Team Fortress 2 put Valve on the map? Well, Half-Life 1 put Valve on the map, really, but I see what you mean. And then Steam kind of solidified it. Yeah, these days people kind of forget that, like, Half-Life 1 was a really, really big deal when it came out. I don't like it very much, but it was a big deal. Excuse me. Oof. Didn't feel that coming, or I would have muted the mic. Let's get rid of these hoppers. Fuck. Where was my last save? All right. Pepper says, it feels like people will hear an evil character say a line of thought, and just because it's cohesive, they mean he's right. Yeah, absolutely.
Take this med kit.
And also, like, okay, so, like, let me actually pull up the article, which I linked it in the Discord server, but I'm also just going to put it in chat. Like, even in the first paragraph, basically, Breen believes that humanity's progress into the stars can only be made through collaboration, and that human resistance to the Combine is futile, an insistence on suicide. That's not what he's claiming, or part of that is what he's claiming and not what he believes, and another part of that is what he believes and not what he's claiming. It's really interesting how motivated of a way you can read his lines. Like, Pepper says, I genuinely hear people say eugenics makes sense for the same reason. Funny you say that. Eugenics are a big part of what's going on with the Combine here. with the whole suppression field that keeps people from having sex and all of that, or at least from having children. Like, I'm actually going to pause so I can talk about it more. So, basically, Breen believes that humanity's progress into the stars can only be made through collaboration. When he talks about collaboration, that was in a speech he gave last stream, where he was like, yes, people call me a collaborator, but people forget that, like, collaboration in general, as just like a general concept, not like, you know, connected specifically to political stuff, is a good thing, actually. And it's like collaboration is the fundamentals, was like the foundation of science. And it's like, that's not what people mean when they call you a collaborator, my friend. Like, it's him twisting words. It's not what he genuinely believes. And when he's and that human resistance to the Combine is futile, an insistence on suicide. When he calls it an insistence on suicide, what he's like, this is him in his public facing self, down, like, not even acknowledging the Combine as a threat at all. He isn't saying that resisting the Combine will kill us all, because he's in a place where he's presenting the Combine as fundamentally not a bad thing. He is saying that, like, leaving on the table the things the Combine are offering us is an insistence on suicide. It's like, these are things that are not subtext. It's like, it's so interesting to me the way these things can be just, like, misunderstood so completely. Yeah. Anyway, let's continue with the game.
Security, there must be something good in there. Go for it, Doc. I'll wait here till you shut it down.
All right. These lasers, they're blue. I mean, they are red, not blue. And that means that they will kill us. They'll set off mines that will just kill us. So this is another floor is lava puzzle, essentially. Pepper says collaboration equals positive word. Therefore, collaboration, even with Nazis, is positive. And then people just take that as true and at face value. 100% that is what's happening here. And I kind of couldn't believe it when I saw it. Even though, like, I should know better at this point. I should know people are going to take it that way. Ooh, I was standing on top of the mine there. That's an old thing back from Half-Life 1. Like, in Half-Life 1, you had mines you could place on the walls, and you could actually use those to, like, sequence break by jumping on the wall, jumping on them over walls and stuff. I feel like these mines should be made in such a way that they won't just change sides when you pick them up. I don't know. Jay Hill says, there's a reason so many people fall into cults. They hear fancy words and those words sound nice, so they don't think what those words mean. Of course, there's a deeper meaning, but the point still stands. There's also a lot of other reasons people fall to cults, and it's very dangerous to kind of rhetorically put yourself in a place where you feel like you can't fall into a cult. Very smart people fall to cults, but overall, generally speaking, yes, you are correct. I forget what to do from this point. I don't think this is... Yeah, we can't fit through that. Did I make a wrong turn here? Oh, no, I don't see how I could have made a wrong turn. Oh, I see. I see. There we go. Pepper says, it's the same mindset that gets liberals to act like they need to be better than them and not fight back because fight is a negative word. 100%. 100%. Right, this is what we're supposed to do. I forgot. I've said this before, I like the way that Half-Life 2 has these puzzle sections, not because the puzzles are particularly interesting. A lot of the time, it's like the same 3 puzzles just over and over again. But I like that it gives you a break from the action. Like, right when the combat is getting to be a little too much, a little too tedious, they give you either, like, a puzzle or a traversal thing or both. And it's nice. And that just turned off all those lasers. I'm pretty sure it's coded so that ball can't actually damage you, because otherwise that would be really frustrating. J-Hill says, I mean, again, sounds weird to say, but it is what has caused me to get people who attach themselves to me in an unhealthy way. I say these words. They like these words. They like these words a lot. I speak these words they like, so they want to stay by my side to hear more of these words they like. Interesting. I see what you mean, kind of. Wait a minute. Is that who I think it is?
Here we are.
Hi, Michael DeSanta. Welcome to stream. Definitely not non-bean.
One generator to go.
Also, I love you hit this against people and you hear metal hitting metal.
Thanks. That was a sign.
Oh, shit. Get out of my way! There's Combine! Ah! Jesus Christ, I hate the squad mechanics.
Thanks, Pepper Pig sign.
You're welcome, Michael DeSanta from hit video game GTA 5, released in 2015, starring Ned... 2015? 2013, I forget which. 2013, starring Ned Luke.
Take this med.
You're welcome, Non-Bean, and also Pepper. Or you're welcome, Michael DeSanta, and also Pepper. Thank you for being here.
Have a med kit.
Thank you for enjoying my stream. Was it 2013 or 15? I think it's 2013. I feel like I remembered that door opening here. Whatever. 2013, thank you.
Take this med kit.
Arkham Knight came out in 2015. Okay. Not super relevant, but thank you. Let me pick up that health. Companion AI and companion just mechanics have come a long way since this game, is what I'll say. You like remembering video game release dates? That's fair. No, Non-Bean, don't leave. Wait, that's where we came from. I'm actually a little turned around. Okay, here we go. We haven't done this set piece yet. I'm very cautiously not going further into the room. Might come back later? Okay. Well, either way, it was good to see you for even just this little bit.
Surrounded. I don't like the looks of this.
So now we have to defend this room with these holes in it.
Some traps for them, Gordon.
I already used those. Uh-oh. Oh, I like that little... You can see the thing that's opening the door. I've never actually noticed that. I want a medkit too, please.
Here, take this med kit.
Thank you. Being a medic must be so easy when it just means handing out medkits to people. No actual application of, like, medicinal skills at all. Oh, that's bad. That was bad. So I could ask for another medkit, but they don't... I was going to say they don't give them out that frequently, but I guess I was wrong. Huh. I don't want that medkit. I want to save it for when I'm a little more hurt, but I want that shotgun ammo. There we go. Oh, there's a thing on the wall. Okay, that's fine.
Well, let me get out of your way.
Yeah, yeah, how about that? Why don't you do that? Yeah, get out of my way. God, squad mechanics. I think that actually hurt her. I didn't know it could do that.
That's it. They're all down.
So we shut down the suppression device.
Shut down the suppressor
Yeah.
on the roof as well.
I got the achievement for shutting down
Let's
the
head for
suppression
roof
device.
now, Gordon.
And you might think, given that was the hook for this particular set piece, that we're basically done with the set piece. No, I'd say we're like half done. What? Oh, that was interesting. He was like posing before he started actually
Let's head for the roof now, Gordon.
dissolving.
Here, take this med kit.
Come on, Gordon.
Oh,
Roof access is this way. Come on.
Barney, you see there's mines. You maybe shouldn't be so eager right now.
Roof access is this way.
Barney, please.
Let's go.
Missiles, I'm sure we're fine. I'm sure that doesn't mean anything.
Let's head for the roof now, Gordon. Roof access is this way.
I think roof access might be this way, guys.
There's our gate. Let me just get it open. Done. I'm gonna stay here and keep these gates open long enough to make a difference. Go on up and connect the sky bridge. We need to let reinforcements come through from every possible direction. If any more citizens come through, I'll send them up to find you. See you when I see you, Gordon.
That was basically the story explanation for how we're going to get, like, if our squad dies, how we get more squad members, basically. Oh, a rocket launcher. I'm sure it's fine. Also, I like that they have that turret make that noise so you know it's there. Uh-oh. That landed in a way that was almost really bad. Squad mechanics. Squad mechanics. Oh, it's carrying a Strider. Yeah, firing the gun the way I just did, where it's like you kind of click a little bit instead of just holding, is a really good way to fire more accurately with this gun in particular.
Reload, Dr. Freeman.
starting, which means boss fight. Now we finally see what Striders look like when they're fighting. Now, we can take these Striders out from here because we have a rocket crate, but if we do, they just respawn at this point. We are going to be fighting those Striders later in a way where they don't respawn, but that's not from shooting them now. We have to just kind of move on. And that's going to be our first time fighting Striders, actually. Wait, am I wrong? Do we have to take them out from here, too? I might have been wrong. It's been a little bit. Now, the thing about fighting Striders, they are just like gunships, except they're on the ground. You have to aim the rocket in a way where they won't shoot it down in exactly the same way. Yeah, I'm sorry, J Hill. I should have also started talking more about that when you said that. But yeah, I hope that that situation is able to improve. Did I turn down the game volume? Okay. I thought turning it up to max would be a little much. Let me know if that's better. That Strider should have died by now. I think I was right the first time. Oh, okay, yeah. Now they want us to move on. Also, my squad's all dead. This is perfect. Cool. That seems like a really difficult situation, JL. This is the suppression device over here. And now let's open the sky bridge like we were told to do. See, we have more of a squad that came down from downstairs. Oh, there's a fucking Strider down there. And somehow I avoided that ball just by, like, the skin of my teeth. So let's do that same thing. Sometimes that secondary fire is really good, but it can really feel a crapshoot sometimes. It can be hard to tell when it's going to be good or when it's going to just, like, fizzle. I'm amazed I didn't take more damage there. Although most of my squad's dead. Yeah, Pepper, that is exactly right. I like that suddenly the very loud outside is not loud.
We can really move people through now. The Combine's gonna feel the squeeze. We dropped a crate of rockets coming across the plaza. If you can make it there, you should have everything you need to take down these Striders.
So that was him kind of giving the game away on how the vast majority of Strider fights work in these games. Somewhere there is a crate of rockets. You need to find a way to get to that crate of rockets while under fire from a Strider, and then once you're there, you'll have enough rockets to take them down. Outside of easy difficulty, you can't carry enough rockets on you to take them down, even if you don't miss a single one. So you need to find the crate. They're kind of puzzle fights in a way. Or like puzzle platforming fights more than they are like actual boss fights.
And about time, too.
So yeah, Striders have like a secondary gun like that, but they mostly use it for pre-scripted things like that, where it's like, oh, we have to destroy that part of that building. Oh, shit. Please move. Please move. J Hill, that is not on you. And I understand how awful that can feel. I've had kind of similar stuff happen. And obviously, it's not what we want to happen. But at a certain point, it's like, I mean, the expression that I always hear used is you can't pour from an empty cup, you know? Like, if this is coming at the expense of your health, like, I don't know. There are ways to help people that aren't that don't come at the expense of your health in that way. And I don't know. It should be okay to help people to the degree you can and then stop when you can't. So theoretically, there are 2 rockets on the ground here, or 2 rocket launchers. We could take out one of the Striders if we're very accurate, even without a crate.
You're not leaving without me.
Come on. Come on. Oh, shit. Like Pepper said, yes, these people absolutely deserve your health, but it can't, or your help, but it can't come at the cost of your health. Believe me, I understand that's easier said than done. I have struggled with this myself all throughout my life, and especially like more recently. Like, being able to do that is itself a skill, and that means that it is something that you can work on, and that needs to be worked on. No, you don't just have it naturally, you know. Come on. Stuck on geometry. There we go. That's 1 Strider down. That'll make the rush to the remaining to the rocket crate much easier. And the rocket crate's over here. So Striders are, once again, another example of enemies in this game that are like actual just organisms that are repurposed by the Combine. Presumably organisms that were conquered by the Combine. Of course, Shay Hill, we're here for you. And like I said, this is a struggle I've had also for a very long time. I know how hard it is. And I don't want to just leave you to that, you know. That car is glitching out, and that's very funny. That, like, Combine armored car. The Striders always look like walking potato spiders. Yeah. I think they're a really good design. Especially the ones in Half-Life Alyx. Although the actual fight with the Strider in Half-Life Alyx sucks so bad. Well, maybe I'll like it my second time through. Who knows? This is hard, actually. Kind of both. It's tough in a way that doesn't feel entirely fair. And also, like, okay, so without giving too much away, the fight in Half-Life Alyx, you don't have a rocket launcher, so you need to make your way to, like, a heavy gun that's on the ground, and the actual physical action you do with your hands to fire that gun sucks so bad. It kind of hurts after a little bit. I think the number of Striders in this fight scales with your difficulty level. I could have sworn it's always 2, but now I'm remembering, and we've seen it here, that there are more coming in from outside the map. Whoa, one of the NPCs actually took that one out. Go figure. I think last time with all those Striders that spawned, I think that might have been a glitch. I don't remember seeing that before. And this time it like teleported me back to the beginning of like the part of the fight where you're at the rocket crate, and like we just took out 2 and that was it. And that was weird. Whatever. Dogtooth says, have you ever played Resistance Fall of Man? I have. I actually used to really like that game, but I didn't have a PS3, so I can only play it at my friend's house, so I haven't played all of it. But I really liked it. Oh, I guess there is more. Whoops. This fight reminds you of something from that game. That makes sense. From what I played of Resistance Fall of Man, it felt very Half-Life 2 inspired in some ways. Oh. Like, we're gonna see stalkers later in this episode, and at the beginning of episode 1 as well. And like, they feel very Resistance Fall of Man coded. You'll see what I mean. And also just like the regular Combine soldiers, the ones that we've been mostly fighting, are humans. Like humans that have been like modified. And like they don't play into the body horror aspect of that very much like they do in Resistance, but we are going to get to a point where you'll see stalkers, and there they play up the body horror of it. So yeah, we'll see that. But yeah, Pepper says, I like the sound effects of these things. And yeah, I agree. And especially when you've gotten used to doing a lot of these fights, their death cry in particular becomes the most gorgeous sounds in the world just because, like, oh, thank God. But it's also just a good noise in and of itself. And that feels very intentional. Okay, I think that is it for the Striders, I think. But we'll see. Because I saw Combine soldiers coming from down there. All right. I think we can officially say Strider fight over. Thank God. Also, I'm pretty sure... No, actually, never mind. That's not true. Who's ready for a trailer shot? The Strider coming through that tunnel was in the trailers. I actually forgot about this little bit ahead of us now. I was like, oh, we have one major set piece after the one we just finished and we're done. But no, I forgot this one. This one's at least shorter. I like the City 17 chapters of this game. I do feel like they go on a little too long. And especially in the same way that there were way too many gunships in the highway segment, there are way too many Strider fights in this part. It gets tedious. I couldn't move for a bit there. Anyway, Strider fight. This time just against a single Strider. So we have to find some rockets for it. Again. There we go. Rocket crate. I think we could just leave, but let's take out the Let's take out the Strider. Why is it just standing there? I'm not sure. Let's take advantage. Alright. That Strider fight is at least very quick. Now, this part's what I think it is. Yes, it is. Okay.
This close to the
We're almost done with this
streets over
segment.
the Striders. I think we can push them back if we can just get to high ground. We're almost to the Citadel wall, Doc. I don't know how the hell we're gonna breach it, but you've made it this far. I'm sure you'll think of something.
All right. This segment here. See that horse statue? That is how people remember this one. Also, I wanted to do a horse statue like picture for the thumbnail originally, but A, there's just no good photos of that horse statue, and B, that's how I found out that horse statue has a modeled penis.
We have to get to the horse.
But yeah, we have to get to the horse. Like, the horse statue is like this part is very easy to get turned around in, and that's your landmark.
Dr. Freeman.
Okay, once again, we are fighting our way between cover to get to a place where there are rockets for us to take out those Striders. Oh, come on, move, please. So, I have to say, the squad mechanics in this game and the way they block you, it was a thing that was criticized when this game came out, but it was also something where people were like, oh wow, this is really cool. I respect that they tried this, and they were a little more forgiving of it than we are now. And like, I used to not care anywhere near as much as I do now, but now I find it very annoying. Oops, I did not mean to fire that. Oh well. I should say, there's still a good bit more game after this, but in a real way, this is the final boss fight. I should say that. Come on. Ugh. Here we go. So there is still going to be fighting after this, to be clear. But in a real way, this is like the mechanical culmination of the entire game. The fighting after this is less intense and very different in a way that you'll see. Oh, ow. That kind of destructible environment shit, even though it was all scripted, was mind-blowing at the time.
Cover me while I reload.
I forget exactly where I'm supposed to go here. No. Okay, well, that at least lets me get this health. Oh, there we go. That was opened by the Strider, I think.
While I reload.
Yes, Striders and Gunship. Nope, move please. Fucking squad mechanics. Please move. Please move. What was that sound? Where's the gunship? Oh, shit.
Wait for me.
There we go. And we got an achievement. Survive the rooftop Strider battle. That's it for Striders in Half-Life 2. Thank God. The horse. I think those people might have been lying. I don't think there's a penis. Oh, fuck. Move, please. Oh my God. Yeah, I think they lied. That's funny. Oh, no, it's from the wrong angle. I can't tell.
You're not leaving without me.
Dog is back.
Hey, help me out here. Dog came crashing through the plaza, knocking over walls, and I think he's looking for Alex. He seems to have it set in his head that she's in the Citadel.
As a reminder, at the towards the end of last episode, Alex got captured by the Combine.
Wouldn't want him getting any deeper in trouble, but hell, you try stopping him. Hey, dog! Not there! You can't get through that way!
I love Dog. Who doesn't love Dog? Everyone loves Dog.
I think he wants you to go through, Gordon. You'd better hurry.
Oh, you can hold that for a while, right, Dog? I'm just gonna... You're fine, right? Okay, now I'm just gonna go. It's not that funny of a bit.
And if you see Dr. Breen, tell him I said...
I do like that they feel the need to make it so you can't actually hear the fuck. Because of the crash of the gate happens at the same time. Alright. We've seen the Citadel the entire game, and now we're right up against it. By the way, in the research I did for this episode, as I was trying to find a good picture of the Citadel, because that was another thumbnail idea I had, I found out that the Citadel is just a couple thousand feet shorter than Mount Everest. It's a huge building. Why'd they put a head crab there? What was even the point of that? Is that true for the model in game? I'm actually not sure. I think so. I think the top might be obscured by clouds. Hey, we're on the Citadel now. Ooh. Remember, we saw Eli in some of these cages earlier, like last episode in Nova Prospect. You know what I think is just like the best idea I've ever heard of? Let's get in. If we got into the other one, obviously we would die. We would go into that like zappy bit. The first time I played this, I got lost in this part because I was like, surely they don't expect me to get into that cage, right? There's no way. Never. No. Then that is actually what they want you to do. Oh, that's our first look at a stalker. Those also used to be human. They're going to get a little bit of focus here, and not a good bit more, but like more in episode 1 at the beginning. Yeah, isn't this cool? This is a cool segment. I just wish they had a better reason for you to get into the cage, because like Gordon just deciding to do it is a little weak. All these gunships. Even though they are biomechanical, they seem to just be inert right now. They're not just always alive, I guess. Dogtooth, do you get any resistance vibes from this? So I can barely move. Unregistered weapons detected. Confiscation field activated. My weapons! No! And they're all just dissolving. I worked so hard for all those weapons. We have a gravity gun back. It couldn't be destroyed, but it's blue now. See what I meant about the rest of the combat being weird?
So, this is Dr. Freeman. At last. I wish I could say this was a pleasant surprise, but it's neither a surprise nor, as you will surely agree, very pleasant. Well, I am nothing if not pragmatic.
Dogtooth, since you weren't here earlier, I'm just going to say Dr. Breen, who we've heard also earlier in this episode, is who the Combine put in charge of Earth because he managed Earth's surrender when they invaded. Another change. These give you both health and suit energy, and they bring your suit energy up to 200. J Hill says, and yet this is also something that happens at the start of episode 2, so they are just extended versions of Half-Life 2. No, this happens. That's not quite what happens. Slight spoilers for episode 1. There's a part at the beginning where you have the blue gravity gun again, but that's like that takes place after the end of this game. Everyone loves the blue gravity gun.
Well,
This segment...
Freeman, under other circumstances, I like to think we might have been able to work together in an atmosphere of mutual trust and respect. Certainly, judging from your brief tenure at Black Mesa while I was its administrator, you showed every promise of becoming a valuable and productive contributor to the scientific process. And yet, I'm not sure what spurred you to it. But there is really no place in this enterprise for a rogue physicist.
Dog2 says, so he is the mastermind behind everything? Not exactly. So the Combine is a thing that already existed for some amount of time. And like they already... Like, they're like interdimensional aliens, basically. And what happens is they conquer like entire dimensions and just kind of kill everyone, unless there's people that they can like co-opt and use for their conquest in the future. Like the Striders and the gunships were most likely people that they conquered in the past and then like did shit to, like they did to the Stalkers here, and like turned them into just weapons. And then they came to Earth because of the events of Half-Life 1. And like the 7-hour war happened, and Dr. Breen managed Earth's surrender because like humanity was just completely outmatched, and they rewarded him with power, but like he's not really in control. He just kind of sits there to make excuses for the Combine, and that's kind of it. Like to be their human face on Earth, essentially, is what his purpose is. I like this field. Hang on, if I do this just right... Nope. No, okay, whatever. Yeah, he's there to sit there and look pretty. Yeah, basically. While the Combine have some use for humanity still. There are implications earlier in the game that the way that he managed to surrender on humanity's behalf that didn't lead to humanity dying immediately was he made the case that humanity could be good troops for them, which is what leads to what we see in this game of like all these troops that we end up having to fight being humans. See, like I said, the other part was the final boss fight, really. This is just, like, novel and easy. For the most part. There's a part that's hard later, but... So, like, also, we don't really super know who the main Combine species is. We're going to see a species that seems to be in charge, but they're also called advisors, which would imply that they're not like the main ones. Although they could also mean like advisors to humanity, basically. Advisors to Dr. Breen.
Your mentors are partly to blame, of course. My disappointment in Eli Vance and Isaac Kleiner is far greater than my sorrow over your unfortunate choice of career path. In a way, I suppose you could not have done otherwise. Who knows what seeds of iconoclasm they planted when you were young and gullible. But while they certainly share a great part of the responsibility for the recent troubles, it is you alone who have chosen to act with such willful disregard for humanity's future.
That's right, J. Hill. They're on the board, but they're not the CEO, nor do they control 51% of the company. That's right. Every advisor a member of the board. That was a Disco Elysium joke for people who remember. We might not have even gotten to that part, but I think we did. That was so long ago. I'm not sure if there was anybody who is still actively watching us who was there for that. That was like the first lesbian club. I think it's private. We didn't finish it, by the way. We are going to finish it someday. I hate the fucking flash. Disco Elysium is so fucking good. I want to get back to it. I really do. Unlike Pepper, I've actually played it all the way through on my own, though. That elevator's coming down very slowly. Why'd they build a slow, dramatic elevator? I don't know. There we go. We are actually taking a lot of damage here. The only thing you know about Disco Elysium is that's pretty crazy in a good way. It is... I'm not 100% sure it's my favorite game of all time, but it's definitely up there. It's such a good game. It is very communism coded. It is very much made by communists. There are people who are not communists who will say, oh, it's a game that makes fun of everybody, and that's kind of true, but the way it makes fun of fascists is talking about how they're like the worst people ever, and the way it makes fun of communists is in the same way that communists make fun of communism. As in, like, oh, we are all just like, it's failed, we have done horribly, but also there's still hope for the future if we just keep trying, basically. I'm actually doing quite bad in terms of health right now.
Tell me, Dr. Freeman, if you can. You have destroyed so much. What is it exactly that you have created? Can you name even one thing? I thought not.
You destroyed my fascist autocracy, but like, that's destruction if you think about it, so isn't that bad? Got you now. Dr. Breen totally had a point, you guys. Yeah, like, isn't he great? And not in the way where he's right, but in the way where he could convince idiots that he's right. Oh, he's so good. Actually, Dr. Freeman, I choose the power of love, by which I mean... I choose the power of creation, by which I mean the creation of bad things. But that's good, because it's still creation. Okay, this is the part that's actually kind of harsh.
Foundation for humanity's survival. And not as we have narrowly defined ourselves, but as something greater than we could ever imagine. Something we can now only begin to glimpse.
Another good example of how framing works. 100%. Like that, there was that one speech he gave last episode that was such a good example of propaganda and framing. Like I already talked about in this one where he's like, yeah, people call me a collaborator, and like, but like collaboration is a good thing. Collaboration is how progress is made. It's like, it's such a good example of like, he doesn't even talk about the Combine. People talk about like him as a collaborator in terms of him being a collaborator with the Combine, but he completely reframes the words and not even mention the Combine. He's just like, but like collaboration is good and people who don't like to collaborate are bad. Therefore, I'm good actually. He's so good. I love him. And yes, we do have to fight a Strider with this, which is harder. Harder than fighting all the human troops. I actually forgot that there was still a Strider fight left to come. Oh, fuck. Fuck these flash things. I hate them. The camera drones. I hate them so much. Dead. A game I want to play is Detroit Become Human. It always seemed like it'd be fun. I've never played it. I've heard that its framing is a little weird, is what I've heard. But it's a David Cage game, so to some degree that's to be expected. This part is actually quite hard. I always struggle a little on this part. Like, the thing about Detroit Become Human that I understand that's kind of weird is that they try to basically do, like, what if we do the civil rights movement but for robots? And that's a little tone deaf. And also, apparently, like, the game is very much about, like, no, you have to resist peacefully. Like, there's no other way. It has to be peaceful. If you resist in any way that is more than asking nicely for rights, that makes you bad, actually. That's what I haven't played the game myself, but that is my understanding of it. Oh fuck, there was still a guy there. That's why I was taking so much damage. Oh my god. Despite this segment overall being very easy, this part's annoying. I should be bunny hopping more. That's how you move fast in these games. I like that guy just being there, like, hello. Oh my god. Okay, cool. It doesn't even do a death scream. It just dissolves or just collapses.
Look, Gordon. Look at what you are throwing away. Is it worth it?
Pepper says, I talk about this with Dishonored also. I love Dishonored, but also the game frames not killing as the better and more effective way of fighting an evil empire, as well as an evil empire only being evil when it has specific corrupt leaders, 100%. And also, like, the specific corrupt leaders are very much not the monarchy. The monarchy is good. The hereditary monarchs are good. Both empresses are good. That is a thing I don't love about Dishonored. But also, I just remembered something. I wanted to bring up Dishonored earlier in this series because I think one of the art designers for Half-Life 2 worked on Dishonored, and there are parts where you can kind of tell, like with some of those like gates that look a little like, they look a little bit like the Combine gates, like the welded metal, you know? I should have brought that up earlier so you'd have a chance to like see what I was talking about, Pepper. Pepper says, despite the way that the games also show the guards being very obviously awful, but if they work for the good king, they're okay, actually. Yeah. Also, we're doing this again. Started to feel like getting into this cage might not have been a good idea. It worked once, and we should have probably like taken that as a reason to quit while we're ahead as far as getting in the cages. I still don't know what those are. They look cool as hell. If we ever got Half-Life 3, I bet we'd find out. But they're not in either of the episodes either. And I love just... Oh, look out at the city. Oh, it's so cool. How close are we to the end here? Pretty close. Ah, here we go. This is like reason one I want a Half-Life 2 remake is because I want that to look better. Because that was so cool. Final chapter, I'm pretty sure. Oh. Yeah, getting in the cage, maybe not a great idea.
I'll take him.
Fuck you, Judith. I love your sweater.
Don't struggle. It's no use. Until you're where he wants you, there's nothing you can do.
Dogtooth. Judith was on our side earlier in the game and then betrayed us.
Gas giants, inhabited by vast meteorological intelligences, worlds stretched thin across the membranes where the dimensions intersect. Impossible to describe with our limited vocabulary.
What I've seen is also beyond words, Breen. Genocide. Indescribable evil. Good God.
Well, if it isn't Gordon Freeman at last. What's this? I'll put it over there. You have my gratitude, Doctor. First, you lead me straight to the doorstep of my oldest friend, and then you deliver yourself. If I'd known you were going to come straight up to my office, I wouldn't have bothered hunting you in the first place. Having both of you in my keeping ensures I can dictate the terms of any bargain I care to make with the Combine.
Dr. Breen.
Huh.
Wallace.
Yes, Judith, what is it?
The bargain we should be making is for Eli's life so he can continue his research.
Thanks to you, we have everything we need in that regard. You're more than qualified to finish his research yourself. What neither you nor I can do is convince that rabble in the streets to give up their senseless struggle. Yet Eli refuses to speak the words that would save them all.
Save them? For what?
Eli, if you won't do the right thing for the good of all people, maybe you'll do it for one of them.
Alex, honey,
Dad. Gordon?
God damn you, Breen, you let her go.
That's all up to you, my old friend. Will you let your stubborn short-sightedness doom the entire species, or will you give your child the chance her mother never had?
How dare you even mention her?
Alex, my dear, you have your mother's eyes, but your father's stubborn nature.
You haven't seen a bit of it yet.
Really? Well, let's see how well it serves you on the far side of a Combine portal.
Go ahead, Breen. If that's the worst you can do, send us both through your portal.
Oh, it's hardly the worst. But you might find that hard to believe once you get there.
It isn't necessary.
I agree. It's a total waste. Fortunately, the Resistance has shown it is willing to accept a new leader. And this one has proven to be a fine pawn for those who control him.
No!
Don't listen to him, Gordon.
How about it, Dr. Freeman? Did you realize your contract was open to the highest bidder?
Gordon would never make any kind of deal with you.
I understand if you don't wish to discuss this in front of your friends. I'll send them on their way, and then we can talk openly.
Don't struggle, honey.
Dad, I'm so sorry.
Alex, sweetheart.
Judith, what do you think you're doing?
We're doing what I could never do alone. We're stopping you.
Yes.
Guards, get in here! They know you betrayed them. They'll turn on you. Judith, Dr. Mossman, please!
I'm sorry, Wallace. You're all out of time. Don't.
Hurry! Dad, hang on.
You fool!
Watch out, he's gonna...
No!
All right. Did you know your contract was open to the highest bidder? So he's talking about G-Man, and this is one of the things that is kind of one of the still open mysteries of this game. It seems pretty clear that someone hired G-Man to set up Gordon to do the events of the game. It's unclear who knows about him. It's unclear exactly what his deal is still. But I love that he just kind of just outright says that here.
Dad!
Oh, no. Don't worry about me, honey.
There's no time, Alex. He's on his way to the portal. You'll need this.
Dr. Mossman, Judith, look after my father.
Don't you worry.
Yeah, G-Man is kind of just whatever he needs to be. That is true.
Never.
Come on, Gordon. Let's go.
My girl.
Gordon, we haven't known each other very long, but I know you didn't have to do this. I had to rescue my father, but you... Well,
So,
thanks for coming after me.
just as a reminder, G-Man was sort of in Half-Life 1. Or not sort of. He was in Half-Life 1. But he wasn't as present as he is in this one. It is implied he's the one who kind of set things in motion to cause the resonance cascade at the beginning of that game, which is the thing that caused all the events of that game and in the end caused the Combine to invade Earth. Yeah, G-Man is the dude in the suit. at the end of Half-Life 1, after you finish like just doing what you need to do to end the invasion from Zen, which is not the same thing as the invasion from the Combine that happened later. He just kind of approaches you and he puts you back into a tram, just like in the beginning of the game. And he's like, all right, now you're going to work for me. And you get a choice, but the choice is like, if you choose not to work for him, he drops you into a field of enemies without any weapons and you just die. So it's like, you have to choose to work for him. And then he puts you in stasis for 20 years until the beginning of this game where he wakes you up. G-Man is... My feeling has always been that he's like kind of like an interdimensional, like private military contractor kind of guy. And that he was hired to have Gordon kind of take down the Combine. He might also not like the Combine. That's unclear as well. I don't know. I don't know.
Hey, listen.
We're going to get more about him in the episodes.
That's him.
Not without your help. The portal destination is untenable. Surely you can set the relay elsewhere. There's no way I can survive in that environment. A host body? You must be joking. I can't possibly...
There he is.
Oh, all right. Damn it. That's what it takes. Just hurry. He's right behind me. Oh, shit.
Damn it, not again! Hey, look what he left behind. The gravity gun. He doesn't have a clue, does he? I wonder where he's going. Oh my god. This is the Citadel's dark fusion reactor. It powers their tunneling entanglement device. We'll never have a chance like this again. We've got to stop Dr. Breen. I can't shut it down. Looks like he's turned over control to the other side. You'll have to go into the core and do what you can. Get in the elevator and I'll let you in.
So what we did down there with the horse statue was kind of the combat final boss. This is sort of the puzzle and traversal final boss. There's a little bit of combat, but that's not really the focus. My suit's already charged up, so we're just going to go.
Do your worst, Gordon. But be careful.
Dr. Freeman, you really shouldn't be out there. At the moment of synapse, as I teleport, this chamber will be bathed in deadly particles that have yet to be named by human science. Perhaps when I have the leisure to do the work myself, I'll name one of them after you. That way you won't be completely forgotten. When the singularity collapses, I will be far away from here, in another universe, as a matter of fact. You, on the other hand, will be destroyed in every way it is possible to be destroyed, and even in some which are essentially impossible.
What the hell? Oh no, Combine soldiers. Where did they come from?
I don't know what you can possibly hope to achieve apart from your own annihilation.
Don't listen to him, Gordon.
I warned you this was true.
He's bluffing, Gordon. Don't listen to him.
Yeah, I agree. Like the Combine still being very like unknowable, and the fact that they rely on like humans to be their face, so we don't really see that much of them ourselves, is a really strong aspect of this, I think.
His ascent. Hurry, Gordon, before he escapes.
Interlock. 3 minutes. Singularity.
The Overwatch in the background just said 3 minutes to singularity. That's our time limit for this boss fight, essentially.
Keep going.
We have plenty of time. 3 minutes is more than
I
enough.
could have told you that was pointless, Dr. Freeman.
Go, Gordon.
Oh shit, wrong way. That hurt, actually. That hurt more than any of the enemies have so far. J-Hill says, I also feel like G-Man has to follow certain rules, because there's many times he could make things easier for Gordon to end the Combine. Yeah, that's true. G-Man is like, it doesn't, like you said earlier, that he's kind of whatever he needs to be, and that's kind of true, but
For much longer,
one of the aspects I like about him is it doesn't feel entirely like that's true. It feels like there's actually a mystery here that hasn't been answered yet, rather than them just not having chosen it yet, you know what I mean?
Your farewells.
Well then. Oh, back further than I would have liked. Oh well. That portal effect is so good for 2004. I know! There are parts of this game that still look so good. Fuck. I don't want to do that all again. Like, well, the traverse to get to that point. I'm going to save when I get to the top this time. Fuck. I don't even know how that happened that time. I didn't move. I guess I got hit by like one of their energy balls or something. I did well the first time. I don't know what's happening to me this time. I'm having so much more trouble. Can I make it? Oh shit. Silly Jodi Jodes, yeah. They learned the Force just to fuck with me. I mean, this would be the time for that. 100%. If they have any of those kinds of, like, aces up their sleeve, now is definitely the time, from their perspective. I'm not going to make it on this cycle, I know that. There we go.
Great. Oh no, Breen started his ascent. Hurry, Gordon, before he escapes. Keep going.
I could have told you that was pointless, Dr. Freeman.
Go, Gordon.
Are you still with us, Dr. Freeman? Not for much longer, I think. If only you had harnessed your boundless energy for a useful purpose.
I love Breen. He's such a good villain.
Oh my god.
Okay, saving.
I hope you said your farewells.
What would the end of Half-Life 2 be without another gunship fight? A little bit easier this time, though. A little bit quicker, also. Sometimes the gravity gun decides to try to pick up a thing that you were not aiming at all. It's a little weird. Oh, I tried to lead it a little too much. Oh, there we go. Also, Alex is right in there.
Go back, Freeman. You have no idea what you're doing. what you'll unleash. You could bring down this whole citadel. Think, man. Think of the people below. No! You need me.
Yeah! You did it! Come on, Gordon. We've got to get out of here. Maybe we still have...
Time, Dr. Freeman? Is it really that time again? It seems as if you only just arrived. You've done a great deal in a small time span. You've done so well, in fact, that I've received some interesting offers for your services. Ordinarily, I wouldn't contemplate them, but these are extraordinary times. Rather than offer you the illusion of free choice, I will take the liberty of choosing for you, if and when your time comes round again. I do apologize for what must seem to you an arbitrary imposition, Dr. Freeman. I trust it will all make sense to you in the course of... well, I'm really not at liberty to say. In the meantime, this is where I get off.
And that's Half-Life 2. Yeah. For years after this game came out, that was all people had for the ending. Like, no one knew where this was. That's such a weird ending for this big game. Let's see, when did episode 1 come out? Episode 12. Whoops, episode 1. 2006. Okay, so this ending was only the one that stood for 2 years. The beginning of episode 1, as we'll probably see, because I might just keep going if that's okay with you, Pepper. The beginning of episode 1 recontextualizes that immediately.
Hey, loser.
Thanks, J Hill. I'm going to take a sip. Thank you for the sweets. While I'm at it, let me see when episode 2 came out. Oh, episode 2 came out with the orange box, which was, I want to say 2008. 2007. Okay. So episodes 1 and 2 came out in pretty quick succession, actually. And then we had nothing for years and years until finally last year, apparently Half-Life 3 is in active development again, finally. But we'll see if that actually is true. I kind of doubt it, but maybe. Who knows? So yeah, G-Man, I can totally see why some people... I'm just going to pause. Like, actually, I'm going to let the credits play, and then I'm not going to let the credits play for the episodes. I'm just going to do it like one time. You can kind of see why people... There's kind of two schools of thought for the G-Man. People either treat him as just like a plot device that doesn't make any sense, which I understand, or people kind of like me like to try to figure out more what's going on, because I do think there is stuff there. I think they're hinting at some stuff, which I kind of already talked about my feelings. And we're going to get some stuff immediately in episode 1 that start to complicate it. Or not complicate him as a character, but complicate like the whole situation with him immediately. Am I going to stream episode 1 today as well? Are you cool with me continuing to stream, Pepper? Cool. Okay, yes. Then I am going to start episode 1. The episodes are much shorter.
Lamar!
I don't think I've ever seen this.
Where did she get to?
I don't think I've ever seen this. I've never sat through the credits. You're also going to do some drawing? That's a good idea. And it immediately puts us into Half-Life 1 now with that new update. Or into episode 1, rather, with that new update. That's cool. So each episode, I want to say, is like a 2-stream game. They're much shorter than Half-Life 2 itself. I'm not sure how that's going to be when I give episode 1 like half of a stream. Like now, we'll see how things shake out. It might be that there will end up being like one stream that's the second half of episode 1 and then also the beginning of episode 2 or something. We'll see. We'll see how it shakes out. Episode 1, I think, is a little underrated, but episode 2 is the one that's actually got interesting stuff going on in it. But let's get through episode 1, because it is still good. I like it a lot. Pepper, you're setting up. Do you want me to wait so you can see the opening cutscene? Okay, I'm going to give you a second. Okay. Sounds good. So, Half-Life 2 is a game I only played when the Orange Box came out. For people who weren't really aware, the Orange Box was a collection of Half-Life 2, Episode 1, Episode 2, Portal, and Team Fortress 2. That was also like... It was a bundle, but it was also the launch of Half-Life 2 Episode 2, Portal, and Team Fortress 2. They all launched together in the Orange Box. And it was a big deal when it came out in 2007. And that was when I got into the series myself. I don't know what it was like to go through the experience of being a Half-Life 2 fan and having to really wait for the episodes to come out. But I imagine it must have been like... I don't know what that ending is like if you don't immediately have the episodes to go into. I bet it must have been frustrating for a lot of people, but I also think it's really, like, stylistically cool. I love the explosion just stopping like that. And G-Man's dialogue is always good. It's always maybe a little too vague. I'm not always 100% sure that they know what they're doing with him, but it's just good dialogue. I like it. Pepper is out of the room. I assume she's going to tell me when she's ready in chat. Yeah. I am curious for Pepper, for Dogtooth, for anyone who doesn't already know Half-Life 2. Maybe less so you, Dogtooth, because you weren't here for most of it, but I'm curious what everyone's opinion is, including, like, I phrased that accidentally as if your opinion didn't matter, and I didn't mean to do that, Dogtooth. I would still love to hear from you. I think Half-Life 2 is really cool. I think there are parts of it that are less good than other parts of it. Like, Highway 17's a fucking slog. Root Canal is... it's fine, you know? But then the parts that are good are good. Ravenholm is really fucking good. Nova Prospect is really fucking good. I think the ending is really fucking good. I feel like the City 17 sections at the end, where City 17 is actively in revolution, is a little over long, but I still think it's overall good, and if they just shortened it, it would have been, like, perfect, you know? I love how influential this game is, and you can, like, when you look for it, you can see this game's DNA in everything. We talked about seeing it in Resistance. Like, Resistance feels like a very Half-Life inspired game to me. Like, Half-Life with, like, a little bit of Halo in it. Although, what I do like about Resistance is they really leaned into, like, interesting weapons in a way that, like, Half-Life 2 kind of does a little bit. Like, the bug bait and the gravity gun, obviously. And, like, even, like, the secondary fire on the, like, pulse rifle, like, there's some interesting stuff there, but it wasn't so much the point. Whereas, like, all the weapons in Resistance are really interesting in that way, you know? Like, that's kind of almost the point of Resistance for a lot of people, I think, which makes sense to me. And then you also see it in Call of Duty, which is one of the big crimes I lay at Half-Life 2's feet. Like, what Call of Duty became, especially from 4 on, where it's just kind of like endless set pieces, but now it's like with like American nationalism mixed in. Like, that comes from Half-Life 2. Like, that is from the groundwork Half-Life 2 laid behind, and that's part of what makes me a little more critical of Half-Life 2 now than I used to be. But I don't know. It's still so wild. Like, this game, Half-Life 2, came out the same year as Halo 2, as we've talked about, and they feel like such different games. Half-Life 2, while being so forward-thinking in so many ways, also feels so old in a way that Halo 2 doesn't. It's really interesting. Like, the almost arcadiness of it, the having all those weapons, like, kind of sprinting from enemy to enemy, like, not quite in a Doom kind of way, but more in a Doom kind of way than a Halo kind of way, you know? It's a game that was both so ahead of its time and also bizarrely behind its time. As much as you can feel this game's DNA in Call of Duty and Resistance and somewhat in Fear and lots of other games I'm surely forgetting to mention, it also kind of feels one of a kind to me. It has a game feel that not a lot of other games have really achieved. And, like, there's, like, they have achieved it, but not in the same way. Like, I just said Fear is a very Half-Life inspired game to me. This is a stupid example. I think the Half-Life 2 shotgun is my second favorite shotgun in video games. It feels so meaty. The Fear shotgun is better, and not by leaning into the things that were good about it in Half-Life 2, you know? Like, it feels like a lot of the things that took inspiration from Half-Life 2 didn't just do Half-Life 2 again, you know? They took inspiration and then went in other directions, which is kind of more what you want to see. But it is interesting looking back that it's like its DNA is everywhere, but there's no real imitators in that way, or direct imitators. I don't know. I'm kind of rambling, but I have a lot of thoughts about this. I don't know what else to say. Pepper's here. Okay. Let's recontextualize that ending immediately.
So, here we are.
Tell me, Dr. Freeman, if you can. You have destroyed so much. What is it exactly that you have created? Can you name even one thing? I thought not.
There's something here that people who don't know the series are going to have. Like, these are Vortigons. These are aliens who are our allies, for people who do not know already. This is not like a completely out of nowhere thing if you have already played the games. It's just, if you have only seen the ending, this is weird.
We'll see about that.
So yeah, immediately at the beginning of episode 1, you're taken away from G-Man's control by the Vortigons.
Gun. Give it to him, dog.
There, Gordon. Dog's happy to see you. I can tell. Okay, dog. Go get the monitor set up so we can check in with my dad. He must be worried sick about us. He was so sure I wouldn't find you here.
The Citadel's really coming apart. I still don't know how we got out of there. The last thing I remember is Breen falling. Huge explosion, and then I heard Vortigons. Next thing I knew, Dog was digging me out of the rubble. It's all so strange. Where's you? It's my dad. We've been trying to reach him for hours.
that we found you. Come on.
Sweetheart, come in.
Dad, are you there?
Alex, come in.
Hold on a sec, there's so much interference. Hey, dog, give me a hand with this.
I love the animations here with her and dog, by the way.
Okay. A little to the right. There we go. Hold it there. We got it. Dad.
Alex, where are you? Oh, please, God, tell me you're out of the city.
Well, not quite yet.
What?
But listen, Dad, we found him.
You found Gordon? I don't believe it. But listen, you two...
Remember that I don't believe it. I'm going to talk about it later.
Citadel could blow at any moment.
There's no question that it will, I'm afraid. Our remote sensors indicate the process is accelerating toward a dark energy flare. Anyone left in the vicinity will be subjected to energetic events whose effects are beyond my powers of speculation. The ravages to cellular material are unimaginable.
Stop!
Dad?
Oh dear, Eli, I'm sorry, but surely there's no need for undue alarm. Alex is well out of harm's way by now.
Well, actually, we're still at the Citadel.
What? Oh dear, but there's really no time. The core is exceedingly close to collapse. Why, there's no way to get far enough without first... Well, nothing short of a direct intervention in the core could possibly retard the reaction.
You mean going in?
Into the core, yes. But it's far too dangerous.
No, Gordon is canonically not speaking like ever.
Well, you do
There's no real reason besides so that you can project onto him.
into the Citadel. It's possible we could...
Alex, no!
But Dad...
Izzy, talk some sense into her.
I'm sorry, Eli, but I don't see any other way. It would help us evacuate more citizens.
We can do this, Dad.
Okay, Alex, okay, just promise me. Promise me that you won't take a single unnecessary risk.
I promise. I love you.
I love you too, baby. I'll be praying for you.
Don't worry. I'll see you soon. Yeah. Don't worry. Let's see if we can find a way into the Citadel from somewhere along the rim. Dog, a little help, please? Thanks.
Oop, ah.
Okay, boy. Pack up and meet us on the far side of this ridge. Whoa. What a drop. After you, Gordon.
Also, little piece of a gunship I should have pointed out. You know when, like, okay, you know in Lord of the Rings when Aragorn kicks a helmet and screams because Viggo Mortensen actually like broke his foot doing it? You know, facts like that where it's like a fact that everybody who knows the thing will tell you about. There's one of those coming up in this next cutscene. I'll point it out at the time. I'll like pause the cutscene in the middle of it, the conversation rather.
Taking so long. Dog! Dog! Look out! Oh my god, dog! Dog! Dog, are you alright? Oh thank god. You scared the hell out of me. Now
Also, I forgot to say, Pepper says, how are they there? If you mean Gordon and Alex, how are they at the bottom of the Citadel like this? Vortigons. Don't worry about it. Vortigons.
stay with us and help us find a way over.
You mean Eli? That's a little unclear, actually.
I believe we're trying to get back in that place.
That's a very good question.
Easy.
Well, Dog, what do you think? Any ideas?
I like that it has the same sound as the gravity gun, by the way. He also has gravity guns in his hands.
There has to be a way to get across. But how? What about... Dog? Dog, where are you going? Was it something I said? Huh? Dog, where are you... I think Dog needs a few bolts tightened. Look out! Dog, really, that was a little close. What's gotten into you, huh? How exactly is this supposed to help us? What? Wait a minute. Oh no. You're not serious. Are you? Well, Gordon, unless you have a better suggestion, he is a robot. He's done the math. Did do the math.
All right, that bit there with Dog shaking his head like that, that was originally a glitch. It was just very well timed, and they decided to keep it in. That was the fact everyone will tell you about this scene. There you go. You all have it now.
Uh-huh. I want you to get out of here as fast as you can. Go find Dad. We'll catch up. Don't worry. All right. I'll miss you too. Now, don't worry about me. I'll see you soon. Get in the passenger side. Brace yourself, Breen. Okay, Dog, let's do it. Before I change my... Okay. Careful, hold on. Whoa. Phew. Whew. Good throw, Dog. Now go, boy, go on. You'll be fine, just... Uh-oh. What now? Whoa. Hold on. Phew. All right, let's get off before the next ride starts. Holy crap. My God, this place is really coming apart.
Oh, is that a little too convenient for you, J. Hill? Just give it a second. If we're talking about things that are too convenient.
This is unbelievable. I had no idea. Stalkers. Well, they shouldn't bother us if we leave them at all. I'll just disable this field and... Damn, I can't get this down. Something... It's that stalker. He's holding it from the other side. We don't have time to look for another way around. How are we gonna get through here? Roller mines. They could help us get out of here. Can you find where those roller mines are going? I've got an idea how to use one here.
Just in case you ever wanted a really close-up look at a stalker, there you go. So what Alex is about to teach us is actually like a mechanic that comes up a few times in episode 1. Just one, please. Just one. Thank you. So remember these guys from Half-Life 2, where I was like, wow, these things are kind of useless. I don't understand why they're in the game. They are more justified than this one.
Oh, you found one. Dad taught me how to reset the targeting system on these things. A little extra juice in the right spot, and it's on our side. I'll hold it out where I can work on it. There it is. It's a lot more unstable, but it should last long enough to take out the stalkers. Okay. We can get through now. Let's go. Soldiers.
Oh, by the way, J Hill, the mines were not what I was talking about when I said convenient. Just you wait.
Well, that was random. Talk about unstable. I really don't think we should hang around.
Well, that happened.
We gotta cross through that?
That's right behind me, apparently.
We made it. What went on in here? What the hell are those things? Maybe this console has some useful information. Let me see if I can pin down a path to the core.
I can
Breen?
still deliver Earth, but not without your help. The portal destination is untenable. Surely you can set the relay elsewhere.
Hi, Fire Spitter. Welcome to the stream. Been a while.
The host body must be joking. I can't possibly. Oh, all right. Damn it, if that's what it takes. Just hurry. He's right behind me. Oh, shit.
What the hell? was that thing? Whatever that was, it's gone now. Let's get out of here.
Here's the convenient bit.
What's going on in there? It's doing something to the gravity. It looks like it did in Breen's portal reactor.
So yeah, convenient.
It'll sure come in handy if it stays that way.
I'm glad to hear things have been going well, Fire Spitter, although that does sound quite hectic. Have you seen my new avatar yet, even? Alright, this is a puzzle tutorial right here. Also, have you ever played Portal?
Nice thinking.
Oh, you should. Portal's a really good game. I was saying that because, like, the energy balls into receptacles thing is also a Portal puzzle element. And Portal came out, like, a year after this game. I actually can't hit that guy with anything I have right now. Dropship holding a Strider.
Did you see that?
Time Splitters is one of those games that I've never played, but I know I need to. I really, really need to play Time Splitters. So yeah,
Comes more.
for this part, we do have to hit these out of the air, or else the elevator breaks and we die.
Heads up. What's wrong with this lift? Can you get it going again? Wait. Up there.
Oh. That one, for some reason, always fucks me up. Good thing I quick saved right before.
Up there. Start her up again, Gordon.
For that one, like, different parts of it will be in range at different times, and it's possible to target a part of it that's not in range until another part has already hit the elevator.
Do what you did last time.
Alex really did just say, it's okay, you've been here before. Trying to get the bounce right can be a little difficult. Maybe I can just pull that off.
What's going on?
Because I wasn't looking at it. Let's see what just happened.
Look, Stalker. What's it doing?
The stalkers can get rid of the energy balls in these generators and turn off whatever you just turned on. So, oops. Oh.
Go. We're really moving now.
Dogtooth says, I can see why they made Portal after this, since they probably had a lot of fun making these gravity gun physics. And the other thing was actually, there were some people who made a student game, like they were like in like school for game development, called Nerbacular Drop. That was basically a prototype of Portal. And Valve just hired them immediately and had them work in the Half-Life engine to make Portal, basically.
I think I see a stop down below. Let's get off there and see where it leads. Look out! Run! Oh, that was close.
Also, looking at her gun, just remember what that looks like for when we play Half-Life Alyx. Just remember this. I was making sure to get images of it without my reticle on it in case I want to do something with that later.
This could be it, Gordon. Careful. I don't get it. Why are they hanging around here? It looks like they were deliberately trying to blow the reactor. But why? Oh my god. It looks pretty far gone. I hope Dr. Kleiner was right about this. Let's see if we can find a way through the control room.
There is an achievement for doing this next section in the control room without killing any stalkers. I'm going to try for it, but if I can't get it, oh well.
The elevator's down in the core entry. Let me see if I can call it back to this level. These readings are off the chart. I hope it's not too late to re-engage the containment field. Good thing you know what you're doing. Well, here's your elevator. Gordon, I wish there was something else I could do to help. Hurry back.
See, I like Alex as a character until they start leaning a little too hard into her being like the romance character for Gordon. Then it starts to not be as good to me. For a lot of reasons. We haven't seen anything yet. They're going to lean into that pretty heavy in episode 2. Okay, we have to run before that stalker turns this off, because I'm trying not to kill the stalkers. What do you mean you can see the foundation of it? What the? Come on. That one's about to be taken, yeah. Okay, I'm just gonna kill them. I don't care. It's not worth it. Oh, that one's still on. Might as well turn that one on just in case. I love the way it's melted through the catwalks up here. I think it looks really cool. That was another example of the gravity gun deciding I was trying to pick up something that I wasn't even aiming at, and that kept those enemies shooting at me for way longer than they needed to be, because it thought I wanted to get that console, which is not what I was aiming at all. I was aiming at the people shooting at me. For the most part, the gravity gun's really good about that, but sometimes it can be a little bit annoying. Alright, so for each of these rooms where we activate the limiters, we need to get this generator active. And how we do that differs from room to room. And this one, we just take it from that side. Oh, I was taking too long because I was reading chat. How am I doing? I'm doing pretty well. Pepper and I recently moved across the U.S. We live in Arizona now, and it's a much better environment for us. So I've been pretty happy. Thank you so much, Fire Spitter. Oh, great. Manhacks feel so quaint at this point, especially when you have the super gravity gun. That's satisfying. That was actually an achievement. I didn't even do that on purpose. I just grabbed his energy ball right after he shot it at me. Gotta time that carefully. I hear soldiers, so I turned around. But yeah, none. I don't know where they are. Oh, there's Alex. Hi, Alex. Also, I think I came from that one, so we're going to this one. I'm just doing it like this in hopes that I will pick up all the ones that are going to hit me, and that's not working very well. Okay, I gotta get something to block it, like before. That might work. It's a little big. Can I get another, like, great cover, like I had before? Oh. Get that one through. I like this one because, like, these were our enemies a second ago, and now, whoops, grab that one. Oh. Oh, I was supposed to do that. I was just jumping around. And again, still gotta use them. Sorry, had to sneeze. need another? I do. Also, look at our gravity gun. Oh no, it's back.
Gordon, you did it! The containment system's back in place. It won't last forever, but at least we've bought a little time. While you were in there, I did some poking around in the control data. They were trying to start a chain reaction, all right. But destroying the Citadel is just a side effect. Since we took out Breen's reactor, this is the only way they have to send a transmission packet back to wherever they came from. I can't tell what the packet contains, but it's important enough that they're willing to sacrifice the whole Citadel to send it off. We need to get it back to my dad and Dr. Kleiner at the outpost right away. I've been pulling down a copy. Whatever it is, I have a feeling it's bad news for all of us. There's something else. It's Judith. Take a look.
Who's ready for plot threads that have so far not been followed up on, but probably would have been in a hypothetical episode 3 that we're never getting?
I'm fairly sure I've pinned down the location of the project. It's hard to say how much of it might have survived intact, or whether there's anything remaining that could compromise our work if it were discovered by the Combine. We'll need to take a close look at it, of course, but I should be able to give a better opinion within a few hours. If the site is where we think it is, then it should be no more than... I'm gonna cut this short. We may have been spotted.
So, Pepper asked earlier, how the hell was Eli all the way out where he was? It's a little bit of a more pressing question with Judith. We're going to find out in episode 2 that she's in the Arctic when she sent that. I don't know how long we were in stasis for. It feels like it shouldn't have been that long, but apparently it was a very long time. Like hours. Yeah, I don't know. The timeline stuff gets a little wonky in Half-Life around the episodes. Don't worry too much about it.
Where the hell is she?
That's also an enemy type that hasn't existed yet, and we're actually only going to fight them in episode 2, but we're getting little hints of them here.
And the transmission packet to my dad. He'll know what to do with it. The packet's done copied. I've got it right here. Now let's get the hell out of here. Uh-oh. I think they felt that. I've secured an exit elevator. It's this way. Come on. Something tells me they don't want us reading their man. This lift will take us to a train platform. If we can hitch a ride, it should take us straight out of the city. Hey, the gravity goes back to normal. Well, it was nice while it lasted.
So I said that doesn't get any follow-up. It does get follow-up in episode 2. Like, that's when we find out where Judith was when she sent that message. But, like, that's just a dangling plot thread. That's, like, the main dangling plot thread, actually.
But not for long.
See, whenever roller mines show up in this episode, if you have Alex around, she can just reprogram them.
Get ready. This is our train. Let's get in.
All right, who's ready for a very short kind of horror segment?
Come on, let's get in.
I'm giving a little bit of a warning because if you like, you would obviously not know that this is going to be like kind of a horror cutscene, and I don't. It's alarming when you don't know ahead of time. So there you go.
Well, that was a nice clean getaway. I don't know what's in this copy we made, but they're not thrilled about us having it. You know, all things considered, we're not Oh no. It's a stalker car. God damn the Combine. This is what happens to you if you resist. Or if you're just in the wrong place at the wrong time. God, I hope you don't remember who you were. All right. Let's see where this train is headed. With any luck, we should be well out of the city before it's too late. Thank God we're not on foot. Let's hope the worst is over. It looks like you saved our lives again. What's that? Oh my God. Brace yourself. Gordon, help me, please. Stop. That's it. Keep pulling. Thank you.
Yeah, that part with like the screaming stalkers, I don't like it much in that it's an effective horror thing, and I don't like being around it. And yeah. Alex also doesn't like it.
Hold up a sec. I gotta catch my breath. Okay. Well, this might not be as easy as I thought. We're in the same boat as the other evacuees now. On foot to a train station. Let's head for the surface. Careful. I hear turrets.
So this isn't the time to point out, maybe, we don't have a gun yet. We just have the gravity gun. Oh, I saw bricks or cinder blocks. I'm about to set them on fire. Oh, there's a cinder block. Perfect. So yeah, that is the plot of Half-Life 2 Episode 1. Us getting out of City 17.
I can't see a thing. I'm blind as a bat without that flashlight on. We need to get through that door. Hey, an air duct! I've heard stories about you and air ducts.
What?
You and Barney used to compete to see who could get in fastest without using a key.
Flares. That is a gameplay element of this part. all right. There is an achievement in this game that involves firing exactly one bullet in the entire episode. That bullet is the one you use to break this lock. I used to go for that achievement even after I already had it because I thought it was really fun. I might do that this time. We'll see. It can get to a point where it's just like, oh, I'm kind of tired of doing this, and if that happens, I'll go back to using regular guns. But let's try just using the gravity gun for now. So the rules of this are you can use the gravity gun, grenades, and rockets, and the crowbar when we get the crowbar, and that's it. Oh, I see. This is... Oh. The whole time I was playing the original, I was complaining. I could have sworn that Q used to be the swap to gravity gun button instead of the swap with last button. That was G the whole time. Let me swap those two. There we go, keyboard. So they start you with the pistol and the shotgun immediately, which is starting with the shotgun is nice, but I'm trying not to. Let's fire our one bullet. All right. Why is she not actually speaking? That's weird. A zombie lit on fire means that we have light, but then Alex kills it immediately. The mechanic here is we are in the pitch black, and Alex will shoot what we have the light on. I almost forgot. Cinder block. How many points does J Hill have? I bet it's a lot. Less than I thought, actually. Also, antlions. There's antlions here in the city. We've never seen antlions in City 17 before.
Antlions here?
Oh, I forgot she was going to point that out.
The defense field must have collapsed. Makes sense if it was powered by the Citadel.
So remember all those like big walls that we saw that were just like smashing the ground? That kept antlions away, and that's not working anymore.
Keep your light on that zone.
Who's ready for a new enemy type?
Looks like we found a troop train. What the hell is that? A combine zombie. That's like a zombine, right? Zombine, get it? Okay.
Yeah, zombines are new.
Look out! It's got a grenade!
They are pretty tough zombies that can use grenades. Also, I feel like Valve really regretted having her act this way about it because they didn't know at the time that they were going to make Half-Life Alyx, which is a prequel. And that means there can be no zombines in Half-Life Alyx, and I feel so badly they wanted them. It's like the thing in Star Wars where, because in Episode 3, General Grievous and Anakin talk and say things to the effect of like, oh, I finally met you right now for the first time. And that meant that when they went back in Clone Wars, they could have them never meet ever. Which like is so, when you go back, when you watch Clone Wars with that in mind, it becomes so conspicuous. Like, yeah, wow, they just always miss each other by just a little bit. It's very funny. That is true, Fire Spitter. Although, okay, so, and like for the most part, the people are talking about, or Jay Hill specifically is talking about Ahsoka as a stand-in for Anakin meeting Grievous, and like, that's making me think more about it. And like, for the most part, I'm not bothered by it. But there's one very, very funny scene where Anakin, at like unconscious, is dragged right past Grievous, and they have to have him be dragged because the specific thing that that Grievous says to Anakin is, "I thought you'd be taller." And so they're in the same scene, but they had to keep it in such a way that he didn't see his height, so that that line could still be said. And I think that's very funny. And also that Anakin was unconscious, so he could still say he never met Grievous. I just think it becomes very cartoony and funny when you see like how close they get and how much they keep the exact letter of what they say. I'll let my flashlight recharge. I know that's part of the thing here. That's like part of the whole thing, but yeah. I hear a poison crab. Poison crabs in Half-Life Alyx are terrifying, by the way. They are so scary. They're so huge. I mean, they're the same size as they are in this game, but like the scale feels so much bigger because... Oh, fuck. The scale feels so much bigger because it actually feels like you're in the world. Ugh. Hate them. Oh, this is the introduction of a new mechanic also. See this hole? You see it? You see this hole? Let's start trying to leave. Uh-oh. Antlions are coming up out of the hole. Oh, here's a convenient car. Let's block the hole. There we go. They spawn infinitely until you block the holes.
Good idea, Gordon. Wow, I wouldn't have thought you could plug up the burrow that way.
I wouldn't have thought you could plug up a hole with a big heavy thing. Oh, fuck. Poison crab, fuck you. There's another one.
I hate these things.
Yeah, I do too, Alex. You're right, Fire Spitter. I like Grievous, especially in Clone Wars, but I can't get past that stupid fucking name. I'm sorry. Also, okay, hang on. There is a book also where they send Quinlan Voss deep undercover into the Separatist camp to, like, assassinate Count Dooku. And when he's undercover in the Separatist camp, the cover name he goes by is General Enigma. And that's so funny to me. That's so fucking funny. Also, it's a bad book. Ventress dies for, like, the sake of Quinlan Voss, and I hate it.
Shine your light on that barnacle.
You want to shoot a bit more, Alex? You want to shoot enough that I can, like, move in and give you better angles? Please shoot this one. Alright, whatever. I don't actually know what happens if Alex gets picked up by a barnacle. I don't know if she can. She might not be able to. Oh, fuck. Alex, focus on one at a time. Oh, I guess that actually worked. She knows exactly how many bullets each of them needs, and she fires really fast. Also, hang on, sorry. I might finish this chapter and then call it. We'll see how I'm feeling. I've been going for 3 hours. I feel like that's a good length. I see what you mean, Fire Spitter, but I don't know. That's not really how I think about it a lot of the time. It's like being able to write a super cool new OC who's really strong is easy. Making him, like, interesting is harder. And Grievous can be interesting, and he can be goofy and funny, but I feel like they don't thread the needle by making him interesting or funny enough of the time. You know what I mean? More burrows, but fewer cars around. What do we do? Unlike headcrabs, I'm pretty sure you can't just straight up kill antlions with the gravity gun's main attack. But, like, knocking them over does make it easier for Alex to kill them for you. And also keeps them off you. Oh shit. Can I, Grenades are okay. Grenades are explicitly allowed in the achievement. Please pull out a grenade. Please pull out a grenade. He's not gonna pull out a grenade. Oh, that's annoying. I didn't bring my fucking cinder block with me. I didn't bring anything heavy. Yeah, that stuff's interesting. And, like, God knows I'm a sucker for anything that paints the Jedi as, like, bad or imperfect or anything like that. I don't know. It's just, he ends up not hitting for me a lot of the time in his, like, in his appearances in, like, visual media, you know? Or I shouldn't say visual media, like, because I don't know how he is in comics. I'm sure he's okay in comics. But, like, in, like, animated visual media. Or, like, I guess I could still consider the movie animated visual medium for him in particular because he's CGI. Morally ambiguous Jedi, yeah. Like, I feel like a lot of fans end up having this, like, reaction to the idea of Jedi where it's like, oh, they're obviously the good guys. And that, like, collapses them down in a really uninteresting way. Where it's like, okay, look, they are the enforcers of this republic that we are shown repeatedly was already not very good, even before they became the Empire. Like, can we talk about that? Can we talk about how them being, like, space cops is not a good thing? You know? And, like, there's some things that do that. Knights of the Old Republic 2 is one of my favorite pieces of Star Wars media, and it does that. Somewhat. It's not as much about them being cops as, like... hang on, sorry. It's not as much about them being cops specifically, but it does go into, like, hey, it sure seems like a lot of these guys turn evil and fuck everything up for everyone a lot. Maybe that's bad, you know? And, like, I would be okay. Like, I am okay with the Jedi being that. But I would just like if more things would engage with the fact that that's what they are. Especially, like, the prequels and especially Clone Wars could be a really good... Like, you can make a really good read of them if you select really carefully. A really good read of them as being about how the Jedi lost their way. I mean, the Jedi had already lost their way. But, like, the big thing that Sheev did to, like, take them out was to force them to militarize. Like, that was the big thing. And, like, militarization was inherently them, like, losing their purpose and taking on, like, the worst aspects of themselves. You can make that read. That read is totally there. That's the read I make. But it's also, like, such a small percentage of what those are actually about, and it boggles me. I hear an on-fire zombie. Oh, shit. I should have brought that cinder block. Please shoot it, Alex. Alex, help! Alex! Alex, help! Please, Alex! Oh, protect me, Alex! Save me! Protect me, Alex! Does ammo do damage? I don't actually know the answer to that.
You're lucky you've got that hazard suit. This water's nasty. For two in there?
Alex wants to get into my pants. That one doesn't bother me. Like, that's not actually, to be clear. That's not one that I take so much as her being like, yeah. My pleading is giving you Candy Mountain vibes. What? You mean like fucking Charlie the Unicorn? Oh shit. Back up. Did that destroy the cinder block? Can that even happen? I don't know. Did you just reference Charlie the Unicorn on my stream? Fire's better? Fucking Charlie the Unicorn? Fucking Charlie the Unicorn? Oh, ow. That sucks. Wow, okay, ammos appears to do nothing. And also, yes, I think that explosive did destroy my, cinder block, which I didn't know could happen. Fucking Charlie the Unicorn? Fucking Charlie? No! Pepper, no! Pepper, fuck you. Oh, there's a cinder block. That might be my cinder block. I don't know. Hey, Pepper, can I call this Georgie? Is this a Georgie to you? This is going to be my pet cinder block. I'm going to bring, like, the entire way as much as I can.
Please let there be a way to the surface.
There's many cinder blocks like it, but this one's mine. This one is Georgie. Fuck you, Pepper. Pepper, you don't like it when I reference that. Why are you doing this to yourself?
I don't believe it. An actual elevator. I would have settled for stairs.
This is a horror set piece, kind of. Because, of course, the lights go out.
You've got to be kidding. I've worked with electricity a time or two, and I'm pretty sure the sparking wire must be connected to a...
Yeah, no shit, Alex. Thank you. Okay, so we follow the wire. Did it come in here? Hang on. Yeah, it came in here. The Georgie's an automatic moving turret. Well, what if it's a cinder block, huh? What then, Pepper? Pepper, you have such a limited view of gender. Fuck, was this Georgie? I think this was Georgie.
Let's check out where that sparking wire...
I backed up into a wall by accident. That one's Georgie. I'm pretty sure that one's Georgie. Sure. It's Georgie.
Hey, I hear the elevator. It's moving again.
Fast zombies.
Oh, and here comes trouble.
I didn't mean to say that like chicken jockey. It just kind of came out of me. Ah.
Light that thing up.
Light what thing up? Where did my Georgie go? Where did Georgie go? found Georgie. Definitely the original Georgie. I hear Pepper moving through doors. I wonder if she's here to berate me for calling this Georgie. No, I think she's just going to the bathroom. Pepper is releasing eggs. Well, you don't want to know that. Oh, that actually could have gone way worse. Oh, I didn't bring it. I didn't bring a cinder block. Oh well.
That was close. I hope it's still light out. Thank God, it's still day. Let's get out of here. Oh God, no. No, it's locked. I can't believe this. Hey, up there! Hello? Can you let us out of here? Hello?
So look at the top of the Citadel. I think that looks pretty cool.
They can't hear us, I guess. Can you see any way to get this open?
I don't know about Still Wakes the Deep Fire Spitter. I don't know anything about it. Never heard of it. Is it Chipotle flour? I don't know what that means.
See if the crank still works. Come on, Gordon, crank that thing.
Oh. Wow, okay, that's very forward.
Okay, let's get to the train yard before this.
I want to see if we can... Hang on. I want to see if we can isolate that audio for her saying, "Come on, Gordon, crank that thing." Oh, that was good. We gotta clip that at the very least. See if we can do something with it. Make a redeem for it. I don't know.
Citadel blows.
Anyway, the Breen casts have been replaced.
Reactor has had repercussions that were not entirely unexpected, although we hardly dared speak this hope ahead of time. The destructive pulse forced a damper on the entire network of linked Citadel reactors.
I've never
Thus, for
been
the time
happier to
being,
see Dr.
I
Kleiner.
believe that all Combine portals have failed completely, as well as all communications systems based on that technology. In short, the Combine are completely cut off. Combine forces currently stationed on Earth are now isolated units, stranded. However, this is most likely a temporary state of affairs. As we once learned to our dismay, even the relatively tiny fracture at Black Mesa gave our enemies an opening which they were able to force ever wider as they poured through in greater and greater numbers. In addition to the completely xenotheric species, there are many modified post-human allies still remaining on Earth who will be doing their utmost to re-establish lines of communication and supply with the larger forces. Even so, there is greater reason for hope now than at any time in the past decade. We have made, in secret, several technological advances which we will do our best to deploy in advance of the Combine's return. We continue to diligently assemble and train a new generation of scientists and technicians. For what the Combine fear the most is not any tangible human weapon, but our will, our intellect, our ability to respond selectively and rationally to every terror they turn against us. We place our firmest hope in the human spirit, even knowing how easily it may be shattered. We have all seen friends and family crushed by the Combine. Some of our neighbors have allowed themselves to be co-opted and purged of their humanity by the military machine. And those who resisted have met a most terrible fate. Still, I cannot overstate how important it is.
I'm trying to
that we
create
retain
possible
our
things I
humanity.
can use for my next
This will allow us to
thumbnail.
hold together as we must for their inevitable return, and what is certain to be unimaginable retaliation. And, oh yes, if you missed any part of this message, it will loop repeatedly until there is no point in looping it any longer. I apologize for any inadvertent errors or omissions. As you can imagine, we have had scarcely time to record, let alone rehearse. What's that, Eli? Oh, right. This has been Dr. Isaac Kleiner, formerly of Black Mesa, now simply a citizen, like all of you of Earth. Let me just add to all those who can hear me now, as we struggle out of the shadow of our malefactors, welcome back to the light. Now, where did I put that calculator?
Okay, I'm gonna let it repeat from the beginning until we get to the point we've seen.
These lamps are quite hot. Is this on? Yes. Very well. I am not much of a public speaker, but I'll do my best. Fellow citizens, residents of City 17 and environs, by which I mean sentient residents, of course, human and otherwise, although I believe there is little need to explain recent developments to our Vortigaunt allies. At any rate, first, as a matter of great urgency, if you find yourself still within the confines of City 17, you are well advised to leave the city at once by the fastest means available to you. We have restored service to much of the commuter transport system in order to carry citizens out of the city as quickly as possible. We have also established camps and triage areas in the surrounding environs. I repeat, you must evacuate the city at once. While there was certainly a great benefit in destroying the Citadel's teleport core, we have detected one rather unfortunate side effect. It would appear an inevitability that very soon now, the Citadel will be consumed in a destructive event whose magnitude I cannot currently estimate with any certainty, except to say that it will almost certainly irradiate an area of many miles radius. Therefore, I repeat, evacuate City 17 at once, if not sooner. I cannot state this without enough undue emphasis. On a lighter note, if you are already in one of our designated safe zones, I feel obliged to point out that a more fortunate side effect of the reactor's destruction is the complete removal of the Combine's reproductive suppression field. Previously, certain protein chains important to the process of embryonic development were selectively prevented from forming. This is no longer the case. For those so inclined, now would be an excellent time for procreation. Which is to say, in layman's terms, you should give serious consideration to doing your part for the revival
Dr.
of
Kleiner
the
says,
species.
fuck.
We must make the most of the time we have, as it is by no means certain how much time we have secured ourselves before the Combine attempt to restore their dominion, as they certainly shall. Since this is, in fact, the first opportunity we have had to speak openly of the baleful influence of the Combine, there is much ground to cover. And in fact, I hope to institute a series of useful bulletins in the days ahead. However, for now we will have to content ourselves with some relatively meager exposition. The destabilization of the City 17 reactor has had repercussions
that's
that
a
were
loop.
not entirely...
Let me quickly turn off subtitles and try to get some more angles for if I want to use this for a thumbnail later. I wish I could turn off the reticle, but I'm pretty sure I can't.
unexpected, although we hardly dared speak this hope ahead of time.
Move out of the way,
Destructive
Alex.
pulse forced a damper on the entire network of linked Citadel reactors. Thus, for the time being, I believe that all Combine portals have failed completely, as well as all communications systems based on
Alex,
that technology. In short,
Okay.
the Combine are completely cut off. Combine forces currently stationed on Earth are now isolated units, stranded.
I can't think of what else to do.
However, this is most likely a temporary state of affairs. As we
I think that's
once
probably
learned
fine.
dismay, even the relatively tiny fracture at Black Mesa gave our enemies an opening which they were able to force ever wider as they poured through in greater and greater numbers. In addition,
Should I end it? Yeah, let's end it here for right now. I think next stream will probably be the entire rest of episode 1. I think we don't, like, we have a good chunk left, but, like, I think it's one stream's worth at this point. So. Thank you all so much for watching. You're all wonderful, beautiful people, and I love you so much. If you'd like to support the channel, please consider becoming a member. If you do, you get special benefits such as emotes, badges, shoutouts, and the possibility of joining Pepper on stream. Our current Tier 2 treats are Stowaway and Pie the Queen of Orange, and our current Tier 3 full tummies are Nonex and Moopy Star. Thank you so much. You mean the world to us, and we're just so happy to be in community with all of you, and, like, we're happy to have this community, and we're happy to perform, you know, it's fun. Pepper's Blue Sky and Discord server are in the description below, or I should say the Pepperani Blue Sky and Discord server are in the description below. We'll see you all later. I believe tomorrow's stream is still set to go. That's Pepper doing visual novel creation. Sunday might or might not happen. If it does, it might be we might move Lesbians Love to then. We're not sure. It might not happen. We'll see. Fire Spitter, you chose an interesting time for a compliment. I'm going to keep it short because it's the very end of the stream. I reserve the right to say, no, I'm not doing that because it's the end of the stream, but I am going to do this one just briefly. Pepper says, hey, Jodi, remember to say happy Vorday to everyone. Happy Vorday, everyone. Who wants to get Vord, I guess? Not really me, but I guess Pepper does. Fire Spitter, it's been a while, but I'm really glad to see you back. Like, it's you know, it's always good to have you in the stream. You bring interesting energy to the chat, and I really appreciate it. I'm looking forward to hopefully seeing you more, although no pressure. I know that you're very busy. All right. And now I guess that's it. Goodbye, bye-bye. Goodbye, bye-bye. Goodbye, bye-bye.